Hi, in our last video we saw how to update the list elements in the list. So today we will see how to concatenate the two lists and also aliasing and cloning the list we will see, and also some methods to access the list element. We will see all three of these. Okay, today we will see concatenating the two lists. Next, aliasing and cloning the list, and next we will see methods to process the list elements. Okay, today we will see concatenating the two lists, aliasing and cloning the list, methods to process the list elements. So we will see one by one. First we will see what concatenating the two lists. To concatenate the two lists, first we need a list. Two lists we need. So let us take first list as x equal to, how we will create the list? List is created using our square braces. Within the square braces we will write our elements separated by comma. So let us take now 10, 20, 30, 40. This is our one list. So we will take another list, that is y. 50, 60, 70, 80. This is our second list. Concatenating means joining the two lists. How to join the two lists? So here print x plus y. Print x plus y. So what happens now? The second list will be added to first list. See, now our output will be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Okay, this will be our output, our new. So if we print y plus x, what happens? Now the elements of y will be first printed. To that list our elements of x will be added. So now our output will be 50, 60, 70, 80, now the elements of x, 10, 20, 30, 40. So this will be our now output. So to concatenate the two lists, we will use a what? Plus operator, or we can do it in another way. There are two methods. One is using add or addition operator, or we can use it by another method. That is, our method is extend method. So another method is extend method. Another way to join the two lists is extend method. Let us see how this extend method will work. Okay. This is our two list, x and y. So now what we will do? Print. So which method should be which list should be added, that we have to. So if we need to add y list to x, then what we will do? X dot extend which list need to be added, pass that list, that is y. So now what happens? This extend method will add the elements of y to x. See here. Now our output will be first x list 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. Then it will be extended by the elements of y. So 50, 60, 70, 80. This will be our output. Okay. See, if we want y list to be first and extend with the x element, the list x list, then print y dot extend x. So now here to the elements of y, to the list y, x elements of x will be added. That is, y list will be extended with the elements of x. That is, now output will be C, elements of y, that is 50, 60, 70, 80. Now it will extend with the elements of x, 10, 20, 30, 40. I hope you understood how the concatenation of two lists is done. First, by using the addition operator, and second by using that extend operator. Sorry, not operator, extend function. By using the extend function, we can extend the one list. Okay. This is how concatenation is done. Now we will see aliasing and cloning. Aliasing and cloning. Aliasing and cloning lists. Aliasing means what? Giving the one more name to the same thing. So, having more than one name for one thing, that is called as aliasing. So what we will do? We will having the one list. Say we have the list now. We are having one list. Okay, we are having one list, that is 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. This is our list in memory. So we name it as x. So x will point here. Okay. Again, what I will do? X equal to y. Now what happens? Y is also same list, and I am giving a one more name, that is y. Y is also pointing to same list, because x is equal to y. So now what happens here? Aliasing is giving the different or more names to a single thing. Here, see here. For one list we are giving more name. Also we can give one more name, set. So if we do aliasing, what happens? If I modify x, for example 70, so automatically if we print y, what happens? It will also give this list. If I print z, it will also give this list. See here, I have not modified in y or z. I have only modified in X. So there will be only one list. There will be only one list in aliasing, but with a different name. Changing in one, it will reflect in all, because it will having only one list. And naming it will give more names, X, Y, Z. See, we will see how it will work now. How it is. So now X is our list, 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, this is our list. Now what I will do, Y is equal to X. So I will assign all the Y is equal to X. So now what happens? Now here, see here. This is our list, that is 10, 20, 30, 40. What I have done? This the name of this list is X. So X will be pointing here. So Y is equal to X. Now what happens? Y is also pointing here only, because same, X is pointing here. What is X now? Totally this is X. So Y is also pointing here only. See here. Now print X and print Y. See here. The output of this will be 10, 20, 30, 40, and output of this will be 10, 20, 30, 40. See here, there is no difference. Okay, now see what I am doing. I will update the element in the list X. How to update or modify? How to update or modify? We have seen in the last class. That is X of 1 is equal to 70. X of 1 is what? 0, 1. 0, 1, 2, 3. X of 1 is 20. So we are modifying 20 with changing with 70. So now print X and print Y. So now the output will be what? 10, 70, 30, 40. See here. Now what happens? X of 1 is equal to 270. What I have done? I have changed here X 70. Okay. Now it is changed because I have X of 1 is equal to 70. I have assigned 70. So this will change in memory. So now what I will do? Print Y. Now what should be the output of print Y? The output of print Y is also 10, 70, 30, 40. Because Y is pointing to this place. Whatever the changes made to that list will be reflected. Okay. It is also reflected. Anything which if we change in X, that is also reflected in Y. If anything changed in Y, that will also reflect in X. Similarly, I will write here. See. Continuation. I will write here. What? Y of 2 is equal to 80. Y of 2 is equal to 80. Now what happens? Print X, print Y. So what is the output? The output of print X is 10, 70 and 80, 40, because we have changed. So here Y is, where is pointing Y? Y is pointing here to this side. What we have changed? 2 is equal to 80 we have changed. So now print x. After changing, what we have done? Print x. So what is there in x? This will be there, because whatever we, both x and y are pointing to one list. So whatever we have made changes in that list, it will reflect both in x and y. Now the print output of print y is also 10, 70, 80, 40. Okay, this is what we call as aliasing. Aliasing means giving the different, more than one name to a single thing or single list is called as aliasing the list. Okay, what happens here? If we change in one list, it will reflect in another list. If we give same name y and x and y to the same list, if we change in x, it will reflect in y. If we change in y, it will reflect in x. Okay, this is what aliasing. Now we'll see what is cloning. Now we will see what is cloning. So in aliasing, the list is not independent, it is dependent. If we change in x, it will reflect in y also. So now for cloning, what happens? It will create a copy of the same list. How the cloning is done, we'll see. There in aliasing, there will be only one list, two different names are assigned to that list. Here what happens? There is one list, we can clone same list and also multiple and different copy of that list. We will be having two different copies, two different lists of same elements. How we will do cloning? Let us see. First, if we are having the list x is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. So now y is equal to x bracket, square bracket, and then the square bracket, colon. So now what happens? Now first the x will be created, because x list is created. What are the list? 10, 20, 30 and 40. This is x. See, y is equal to x. Same copy is presented but cloning. See here. What is? We have it is cloning. In cloning, what happens? We are creating the same list with a different name. We will be having that copy of that 10, 20, 30, 40. 0, 1, 2, 3. This is x and this is y now. Difference in aliasing and cloning is, in aliasing we will be having single list, two variable will be pointing to that is x and y. But in cloning, we will be having two different lists of the same elements, or one list having a copy of the first list, and we will be naming it differently. Here if we are cloning, the same copy of that list will be created. That is one. Okay. Difference is here both are independent. There it was dependent. If we change in that list, it will reflect in other also. Here what happens? Both are independent because we have cloned, not aliased. It is cloned. So after doing clone, we can change it. Both the lists are independent. So we can change in both the lists. We can make update in both the lists. That will not reflect in other list. We will see how. Now see. Print x, print y. Now see. Now what happens? Output. What is print x? 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, now this output print y. What is 10, 20, 30, 40. Now there are two lists. One is x is pointing to one list and y is pointing to another list. So we will print x means this will be printed. Print y means this list will be printed. See, now I will change here x of 1 equal to 70 and y of 3 equal to 45. Okay, let us see what is the out. Now what I will do, print x comma print y. See, now what happens, x of 1 is equal to 70. What we have done, x of 1 is equal to 70. So x of 1 is this one pointing here. So I have changed it to 70. And y of 3 is equal to 45. Y of 3 is what? This one. So it has changed to 45. Now what I have done? Print x. So print x means this list will be printed where x is pointing. So our output will be 10, 70, 30, 40. Output of this is print y. Output of print y is 10, 20, 30, 45. See, you can observe the difference here. In previous case, in aliasing case, I have changed x of some x value in the x list. So it was reflected in the y list also. And I have changed in the y list, it is reflected in x list also. But here I have changed in x list. See, x of 1 is equal to 70. It has not reflected in y. And I have changed in y list, that is 40 to 45. It has not reflected in x list. So here independent. What we are doing cloning means we are creating a copy of that list. Aliasing means we will be having single list who are pointing the two variables or two list name to that list. That is different. There we will be having only one list, but two different names will be pointing there. So we are changing in that list in any array, in any list, it will be reflected in both. So it is independent in aliasing, dependent in aliasing, independent in cloning. In cloning, two different copies will be there. So if we change in one, it will not reflect in other. So cloning is not dependent, it is independent. So I hope understand what is cloning and aliasing. Okay, so now we will see some methods. Now we will see some methods. To process a list elements. Okay, first is sum. What it will do, if we have a numeric list, then what it will do, it will return the sum of the elements of list. We will see. Now x is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So x dot sum, y is equal to x dot sum print y. we will pass the list. So now output will be what? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. 3 plus 3 6, 6 plus 10. So print y. Y will store now. Y is equal to 10. This method will return 10 to y, and we are printing y. So 10 will be the output. So it will return, the sum method will return the what? Whatever we pass the list, the sum of that elements of that list, in that list it will return the sum of the elements in the list. Okay, the sum method. Next we will see index. Index method. Okay, index. Index means it will return the occurrence of the element, first occurrence of the element in the list. It will return the index of the first occurrence of the element. For example, say x is our list 10, 20, 30, 10. So what I will do now, print x dot index 10. Index 10. So what happens now? So 10, there are 10 two times. So 0, 1, 2, 3. At 0, 10 is at 0th index and 3rd index. Okay, what it should return in X list? It should return the index of 10. So we have 10 two times, but it will return the first occurrence of 10, where first 10 is occurred first at 0th index. So our output will be 0. Okay. Say suppose if here there is another element 7, 20, 30, 10, then occurrence of 10 is at index 3. Now our output is 3. So index will return the occurrence of the element, first occurrence of that element in the list. Okay, we pass the element in the index, we pass the element as argument in the index. So that element index will be returned here. Next is append. We have seen already append in the last video. What it will do? Append will assign the element to the list at the last. So here what happens? If x is equal to 10, 20, 30, so print x dot append 40. So what it will do? 40 will be appended to the list x. So our output will be 10, 20, 30. Using append function, we can assign the element to the list at the last. Okay. So you understood what is append. Now we will see insert. This also you have seen in the last class. Insert method I comma x. So here I is index and x is element. if I have, say example, list LST, list is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. 0, 1, 2, 3 is the index. So I have to add one element, say 60 at index 2. Then what happens? Print LST dot insert. We have to pass two arguments. First one is index, second one is which element we need to insert. Say 70. So our output will be now. So our output will be list. This list is this. So in this list we have to insert what? 70. Where we have to insert? At index 2. So 10, 20. At index 2 we have to insert 70. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 20 is our list. At 2 what we have to insert? 70, and rest list will continue. 30, 40. Okay, this will be. So insert method is used to insert the element in the list based on the index. Where we want it, if we want to insert at index 4, we mention at 4, and which element should be inserted we will pass as an argument. Okay, next we will see insert copy. Next, copy. So copy is the another way to clone the list. Cloning is what? Creating a copy of the one list. Say we have list X is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, so Y is equal to X dot copy. X dot copy. So what happens now? So Y will be a new list with the copy of X. So we will, it is print Y. See. Now what happens? Now output will be Y will be 10, 20, 30, 40. This is our list now. So X will be one list and same copy of that list will be created in Y, pointing to Y. Next one is extend. Extend. So extend I already explained why concatenating the two lists. Extend method will what it will do? It will extend one list with another list. So how we will do it? Using list 1 dot extend with list 2. Here what happens? List 1 will be the first list, so say 10, 20, 30, 40, and list 2 is 90, 100, 80. So after this function execution, what happens? List 1 will be 20, 30, 40 extended with the list 2, that is 90, 100, 80. So this is what concatenating. So using extend function we can also concat two lists. So next, count. Count. So what it will do? The count method will return the number of occurrence of the element in the list. Number of occurrence of the element in the list. Say example, X is equal to 10, 20, 30, 20, 40, 20. So y is equal to x dot count 20, print y. So our output will be, see, x is our list, so x dot count. What we have to count? We have to count 20 in that list. How many times it has occurred? It has there in the list. 1 time, 2 time, 3 time. So this function will return the number of occurrence of 20 in the list. So 3 will be stored in y. So what I have to print? So our output will be 3. So the count method will return the number of occurrence of the element passed in the count method. So we have passed 20. So it will count 20 in the list x. 1, 2, 3. 3 times. So it will return the number of occurrence of that element. Okay. Next. Remove function. Next is the remove function. Remove. What it will do? It will remove the element x from the list. Whatever we pass the element in the, we pass the argument in the remove method, it will search that element in the list and remove that from the list. For say our list is x equal to 50, 60, 70, 80. So what I will do? Print x dot remove 70. So what I have to do? X is the list. In list x we have to remove 70. So and we have to print it. So our output will be now. Output will be 50, 60, 80, because 70 is removed from the list. So remove method is used to remove element from the list. So whatever the element we need to remove, that we have to pass in the remove method. Okay. Next, pop. Next one is pop method. So pop method. What this pop method will do? It will also remove the element from the list, but it will remove the last element from the list. Every time the pop method is executed, the last element from the list is removed. So let us see. Here, print x dot pop. So let us say x dot pop. X dot pop. Now print x. So what happens? Now elements are, output will be now, elements are 50, 60, 70, 80. So we have called a pop method. So what pop method will do? It will remove the last element of the list. So last element is 80. So 80 is removed and we have printed x. Now what it will remain in the list? 50, 60 and 70. So last element in the list will be removed if we use pop method. Okay. Next one is sort. Next one is sort. So what this sort method will do? Sort method is used to sort the elements of a list in a ascending order. it will always sort the elements in ascending order. So if we use this method with the list, the elements in the list will be in a sorted order. Say example, x is equal to 40, 10, 30, 20, 5. Okay. So how the sort method is used? Sort method is used with the list. On which list we need to sort? X is our list. We have to sort this sort function. So our out print x. So now what happens here? Y is equal to print y. So now I have what I have did? I have stored it in a y list. So x dot sort. X dot sort will take the list x and it will sort in ascending order. So our output will be 10, comma 20. Sorry, 5, comma 10, comma 20, comma 30, comma 40. So the sort method will, what it will do? It will sort the elements of the list in a ascending order. Next, is reverse. Next is reverse. So what it will do? Reverse. If we have elements in a list, it will be in other order or reverse order. I will show you an example. So x is equal to, x is our list, 10, 20, 30, 40. So x dot reverse. What happens now? Print x. So we have used a reverse function. Reverse function will, what it will do? It will reverse the list. So our output will be 40, 30, 20 and 10. So our list will be in a reverse order. Okay. For that we use reverse method. Next one is clear. Next one is clear. Clear method. What this clear method will do? It will delete all the elements from the list. Say x is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. X dot clear. Print x. What it will return? It will return a output. So this clear will delete all the elements from the list, but the list is not deleted. List will be there. So our output will be empty list. So elements in that list will be deleted. Okay. I hope you understood. These are some methods used in the list to process the elements of the list. So first, what we learned in this class? Now first concatenating the two arrays. So we can use it plus operator and or by extending method. We can concatenate two lists. Next, what we have learned? Aliasing and cloning. What is the difference between aliasing and cloning? Aliasing is giving a more than one name to a single list or single thing. That is aliasing. So aliasing is dependent. If we change in one name of the list, it will reflect in the other name also. So if we change in either of the name list, it will change in both. Cloning means it will create a copy of the list. So we will having a two different lists. So if we have two different, they both are independent. If we change in one list, it will not reflect in the other list. Okay, so the difference between aliasing and cloning is, in aliasing, if we change in one list, it will reflect in other also, but in cloning it will create a copy of that list and it will make changes. If it make change in any other list, it will not affect in other list. So it is independent. Aliasing is dependent and cloning is independent. Okay, next what we learned? We learned some of the methods to access the elements of the list. So what are the methods we learned? Sum. Okay, sum, index, append, reverse sort, clear, and many more we learned here. So I hope understood all the concepts here. Okay, thank you.